Hey guys, Skip Geyser. I'm going to give you a little bit of an update on the market. Today is August 7th at 3:32. Let's get started. All right, so today we are going to start. The information I'm going to pull from is from two different sources. The multiple listing service, it's technically called the MLS. It's where realtors post houses that are for sale typically, and then they are aggregated from there. The other area I'm going to pull some information from is Wells Fargo for today's current mortgage rates. So let's just ramp over there real quick. 30-year fixed rate is running at about 2.875. Your VA is about 2.75. 15-year fixed rate is about 2.5. And then we're also, if you jump into jumbo loans, they're about 3.125. Not too much to say there. Interest rates are excellent, so we can't really talk too much about that other than to say if you can get the money cheap, this is a good time to jump in and grab some money at a very low interest rate. One thing I will say about that, they are ramping up their criteria. So a lot of times they're getting a little more stringent on the ancillary criteria. You have to have a good solid job, time frame, on job is going to go up, things like that. So what that's going to cause is what the banks I think are trying to do, at least it's what it appears to do, that they're trying to not give out bad loans at this present moment because we have a lot of what I would call unemployment in the market. So, and then if you've changed jobs recently, so in other words, if it's gotten to a situation where you were a baker and now you're an auto mechanic, even though you have a good solid auto mechanic job, you might not be able to get the loan because they want time on job. If you went from being a baker at one company and then you went to being a baker at another company, that wouldn't count. That would still be same thing. Time on job is really would carry over. But if you're changing careers, that's when the banks would be a little more stringent on whether or not they would give you a loan. So there's kind of your numbers on your banking stuff. If you have questions on that, again, please feel free to reach out. We're always happy to answer any kind of questions that you might have on anything to do with real estate. Now let's jump into the market. It looks like we had 89 new houses hit the market today. Basically, that's anything that usually was not previously on the market. If it was off the market for 3-4 months and then gets put back on the market, then that's still considered a new listing. 4 houses fell off of the list. In other words, what happened is they were listed and they were in the system, they didn't sell, and then the contract that they had listed for expired, and so those are called expired listings. So it looks like 4 of those happened today. There were 72 price changes. Now, when I say price changes, what I'm talking about is those price changes can be up or down. So if we're talking about new construction, a lot of times those prices go up. And when those prices go up, you think, well, that's kind of counterintuitive. Well, if the builder's material costs go up or labor costs go up or they feel like they can get more money out of it in this current market, you'll see those price bumps. And they can be anywhere from, $1,000 to $5,000 price jumps. So when we're talking about new construction, it's a little bit of a different dynamic than a resale home that is just been lived in and then somebody puts it on the market. That's considered a resale. New construction is usually from a builder of some kind. So if you have questions on that, again, please feel free to reach out. We won't spend a lot of time on that. So I'd say up to about half of those price changes today, those were actually price bump ups. It looks like the builders went through and did a price jump. It's probably just because they feel like they could. The solds that happened today in the system are listed at 57. So 57 houses sold today. They were marked in the system as sold. They could have sold yesterday, but so they're typically marked the same day that they sell. That's why I'm kind of doing this later in the afternoon. So of 89 houses that hit the market, you have 57 that sold off of the market. So we still have a pretty big number there. In other words, typically what you're going to see is a lot of houses hit the market and not as many sell. We're in the opposite kind of that market where not as many houses are hitting the market, but yet a large percentage of them are getting sold. So that's creating quite a drive in the actual market. So 997 went pending. So what that's telling you is that of the houses that are available, 997 of them actually went pending. That's a large number. Eight houses went back on the market. Basically, that means that they had a contract on them. Usually, this is what this means: that they had a contract on them, and then they came back on the market for some oddball reason. Could be a contingency of some kind. Could mean that the financing fell through. There could be multiple things there that happened as to why that house hit the market again. Okay, so let me give you one more caveat on these numbers that I'm giving you. I pulled those from the MLS, the Multiple Listing Service. That's the service where real estate agents go in and they put their houses on the market. Then those houses are then aggregated to places like Zillow and Trulia and other such places like that. If you have any questions about anything I've talked about today, we would love to answer those questions. I hope this has been a help to you. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. My name is Skip Geiser, and I'm here to help. Thanks.